Namo Buddhaya. My respect to all venerable here and all Dhamma friends here and in room. Today is our program start with a guided meditation. Then now we will start it with 3 times respect to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Do you hear me good? Well, you hear me good? Yes? Yeah, okay, thank you. Now I will start to guide meditation. Today I will please close your eyes and relax your body. The whole body relax and sit in the comfortable posture. Your head relaxed, your neck relaxed, and your both shoulders relaxing. Your body stretched. And feel just in this present moment. Breathing in long and breathing out long. And today I will be guide meditation, not focus on the breathing, but will be guide to the element, the 6 element. Is earth element, water element, fire element, air element, space element, and consciousness element. Now you just focus on your both sides, your nose, both sides. Then you breathing in and breathing out. Now your mind not focus to the breathing, just focus at the both sides of the nose. If you feel in your nose warm or cool, just arising, you just awareness of the warm feeling. Just be warm, to be with the warm feeling or cool feeling. That is just fire element. The fire element inside and the fire element outside, or the warm inside or cool inside and outside. It's just fire element. This is not mine. This is I am not. This is not myself. Just only fire element. Just look to that fire element like you look to the water flow all time. Not try to change, not want to change, just see it. That the cool or warm just arising and feel it, how it's warm or how it's cold. Just awareness of this element. Just live in this present moment. That is the Paramattha Dhamma. That is the Satya Dhamma. That is the time in the present time that no suffering. That is the time that with practicing with samadhi, without me, is the world better. Without me is the Nibbana way, where door will be open. Just feel the present time. Warm or cool. That is fire element. And see with equanimity, mind in the middle way to look at. Just arising, just coming and going. Like the water flow and not coming back. And the Dhamma is the same. Come and go. If you see the both side, you feel the both side warm or cool, you just choose only one side. If the feeling stronger, which side stronger, you just choose and see and focus the mind only one side. Now is change to flow or strictly or wet. You just know that is not mind, that is, I am not, that is not myself, just element, the water element. The water element inside and outside is the same. Just water element. The nature of the Dhamma, inside and outside, is all nature. Not try to see that arise, that want to know, just relax and just notice when arising. Whatever arising, just notice and awareness of that feeling to live in this present moment. If you focus or you're practicing before and look to the breathing, if the mind go to look back to look to the breathing, to in your nose and not look to the element, and you just know that the breathing in and out is only air element. Airly, or your body is not in balance or feel very tightly, it's just only air element. That feeling is not mine. That's not I am. That's not myself. Just air element. To see it with wisdom, with equanimity, mind, the air element inside the body and the air element outside the body is the same. Not my air element, just air element. Now, if you feel that hard or soft in your nose, just arising in this present moment, you just notice That is earth element. This is not mine. This not I am. This is not myself. This is just earth element. Just feel it. How hard. How soft. Feeling. Awareness. To live in the present moment. To live with the Satya Dhamma. To live without suffering. To live with on the way of the Eight Noble Path. To know to Nibbana. Practicing to Nibbana. On the midway. Just see the Dhamma arising and going, all impermanent in every moment. With wisdom, just element. The earth in the element in our body, inside, and the earth element outside is the same. Just earth element, not mine. Now it's change. You can feel the space in your both sides nose, or the space in your both ear. That is space element. That is not mine, not I am, not myself. Now your mind still focus on the both nose, in the both nose. When you feel it pleasant or unpleasant, neither pleasant or unpleasant, That is just only consciousness element. This is not mine. This not I am. This is not myself. Just feel it and awareness of this present moment. Live with this present moment. The external consciousness element and the internal consciousness element is the same. Just consciousness element. Not cling it. The first time if we practicing at the small place and see the element clearly, we can also practicing the whole body like body scan with the six element from head until go down until the both foot feet, slowly until down until the both feet, and then go back from the both feet until the head. We can also practicing in sleeping, walking, sitting, and all posture in every day. And when we working, every time. Now, if we feel the element in the both sides of our nose clearly, we can also practicing from the head until the feet, and from the feet until the head. Just go down and go up until the head. With the legs, the whole body. Light scan our body to see the element, the whole body. Like our hand touch our head, our face, our shoulder, our body, our hip, our leg, our feet, and then legs. Our feet, our knee, our legs, our hip, our body, slowly up until our head, but we touch with our mind. Just in present moment. Live with present moment without suffering. Just element. That's not mine. If you feel some place of some part of the body pain, that is just consciousness element. That is not I am pain. The feeling, the consciousness element come and go. All impermanent. To see the suffering of the body, to see the suffering of the mind. All is not stable. All is not what we want. Just let go all this suffering with wisdom. All these six elements, just element, not mine, not myself. With right view, stay in the middle way. No greed and no hatred. Not clinging to all feeling, to all this element. When you feel hot or warm, just to be hot or warm, awareness of this present moment. If your mind or our mind very calm, just consciousness element, not I am calm. This is not myself, not clinging to this. Or when feeling very pleasant, that also not mine, not myself, just consciousness element. If the first time you're practicing and not know clearly, the element not clear, you can practicing with your hand, touch, just put your hand, touch the forehead, short time, and when you feel warm, then you just awareness of this fire element a few minutes, and then you just put your hand away from the forehead, down slowly, but your mind just feel, just stay and focus at the forehead. And also you can put your hand over your nose or your lip and feel the element. And then you can put away slowly, slowly, but the mind still focus at the place that under your hand. Is your mind go back to your breathing to see the breathing out or breathing out, in or out? Then you just notice that is air element. How tidy or strongly or slowly the air coming out or in. When you feel in the present moment, you are free from suffering, not must do anything. Just look to the Dhamma. Whatever coming, just element. Not mine, not I am, not myself. Now relax your whole body and just share and spread your metta to all living beings. to share your merit to all living beings. Itang ponyang asvakaya vahang hautuk. Itang ponyang nipiana pachaya hautuk. Now you just open your eyes slowly. Greeting to all Dhamma friends. Yes. I hope you all understand my English because my English is not well, but I try my best to share my experience with the Dhamma. Yes, I try my best. At the end, if you have some question, and you can ask. Yes, I open my heart. If I can answer, and then I can answer. If not, I say that I cannot answer. Yes. Yes. Huh? I will be speak the Dhamma after that, at the end. Yes. At this practicing before that I have the in the Dhatu, the sixth Dhatu, that's the in Majjhima Nikaya 140. You can look it in this and then understand more because the Buddha has explained very clear. Yes. And today I want to share about the Abhidhamma because I have learned in Cambodia Abhidhamma, and I have in Germany Dhamma talk with German speaking, and with the English speaking. I think is today that I have Dhamma talk live on Zoom. That's why I have prepared some slides, but all impermanent. Now I don't have the slide to show you what I want to speak, but I try my best to speak very important. Today I want to share the wholesome Dhamma and unwholesome Dhamma, the Kusala Dhamma and Akusala Dhamma. Because if we know this, we can support our practicing. That is the root of the birth. We have 6 roots, 3 from Akusala and 3 from Kosala. That is from Akusala is greed, hatred, and delusion. This we can call in Pali Lopa, Dosa, and Moha. And the Kosala roots is I can speak only in Pali. Is Alopa, that means angry. Yes. And Atosa or Pali is unheaded, headed, yes. And Moha is undelusion. That's right. No delusion. No delusion, yes. It's very clear. Because Abhidhamma is the Paramattama, that is many people in Cambodia, the lay people, they learn the Abhidhamma. But in Europa and here, I don't know that much people know about the Abhidhamma. But this is very helpful for practicing. Because if we know and practicing and see our mind in every day, we have the 12 akusala dhamma, and when we see every day and know that it's unwholesome, and then we can let go. Yes. And then I want to say the first 12 akusala dhamma is 8 with greed. The two first is with wrong view, or Pali is with Tate. It means the first one is when we see the flower, very nice color, and then we love and want to have this flower. That flower, or we plant the flower in garden, and then we say, that is my flower. That's very good. And our mind is clinging to this flower. That is the first chitta, the first mind of unwholesome akusala. Or maybe think that I am very nice woman. I very good bhikkhuni, can good speak Dhamma. That is with wrong view. That is with Tate. That is the akusala Dhamma. The first, yes. And the second one is the same. But this mind, just when people help a little bit, like you don't want to go to see the ocean, the view at the ocean, but the people or friend have asked us to go and see the ocean. A little bit lazy, this chitta, this mind. And then the people come and then you go and then see the ocean. Very nice view. And you have clinging to this view. That is the second akusala with greed. And the four or the three greed akusala without wrong view, without tate. That fear when we live in the new house for a few years, and then it feel or comfortable. But with joy. The other two is with joy too. These three are with joy, but we not have the wrong view, not mine. Just feel every day. Before, maybe that is my house, I live here, very happy. But now, when for a long time, just feel, no, not my house, but I feel that is no normal, yes. Or when we see the flower every day in the garden, before see and very happy, but when see every day, it's not happy and not my flower. That moment is no ditty, no, that's no wrong view, but with joy too. And the four unwholesome is with people hate. Only people say, look, that flower is very nice. And then you see, that flower is nice. It's not coming from self. It's help from other people. Yes. And the five grades with lopa root and moha root. We can say lopa mul and and moha mul inside. That is with normally not with choice, but with wrong view too. And the sex is the same, but with help people. When the people or friend or something, when we see that this mind just arising, the five lopa or the five glitten, that just arise self. No people help. The sex with lopa or with greed, when the people or friend or other thing help, and then it's just coming up. And the seven and the sex greed is without wrong view. That in this moment you not think that is mine or that is not myself. Just cling it in this feeling. When we smell, when we taste good, in this moment, not think about, I am smell good, just smell without wrong view. That is the eighth great mind. And we come now to the two-headed minds. The one is, if I speak now, it's all impermanent. I have no slides and my language, English speaking not good and do not understand clearly. And then just maybe not happy and not like my English. And that is just your mind coming up. That is the first headache, mind from unwholesome mind. Because you're not light, because I speak not clearly enough or something else. Yes, this one is unwholesome mind. And the second headache, you're not angry now, but your friend have told you, hey, this woman not good. She speak about you. You're not good like this, you're not good like this, you speak not true. And then you will be angry with that woman. And that angry mind arising, that is the second unwholesome chitta. And now we are finished with the two-headed mind. We go to the two delusion. The first one, if you meditate or when you're practicing every day, your mind is not clear with doubt. You don't trust the Buddha, you don't trust the Dhamma, you don't trust the Sangha. You think maybe before I was born and in future maybe I birth again, or how is I am in the past life, how will be I am in the future, what is I am now. That is the delusion, the first one, of the unwholesome akusala, unwholesome minds. And the second delusion, when you meditate on every day, you work, and then your mind just close your eyes and your mind go to think about the past, about the future, about the not in the present, and think too many things. Not live in the present, the mind not clear. That has the moha root. These two chitta, these two mind have only one root, is delusion. And the eight greed have the root is lopa, that is the greed, and moha, the delusion. That's why that is unwholesome. If you have this chitta in the present, your mind not clear and don't have wisdom, because that is nature. The Buddha have enlightenment of this nature, have cause and reason very clearly. And the two-headed have dosa root, the headed root, and moha root. That's why when you're angry, you don't have wisdom and your mind not clear to see the Satya Dhamma. This 12 Akusala Dhamma is very important when you're practicing every day to see in your mind, because it's all time change in this present moment. We can practicing in Satipatthana, Chitta-nupassana, when we practicing to see this. In everyday life, you see, when you're angry, before, maybe you think, I am angry. But now you just saying, that is Paramatta Dhamma. That is just only Akusala Dhamma, only unwholesome Dhamma arising. And let's go with wisdom, that is not mine. And just see the impermanence of this Dhamma, arising, coming, and going. You can see how long the angry chitta or angry mind, how long awareness of this present moment. And when your awareness in this present moment, you have the wisdom, because you know that is unwholesome Dhamma, not minds. Let's go. At this time, you are free from suffering in the middle way to see the Satya Dhamma, the nature. And because I want to share this, if we have these 12 unwholesome minds, we have then the resultant 7. When in this life you see very nice thing, or you hear very good sound, or you taste very, oh no, akusala is not feeling good. When you know, when you see not good thing, when you see someone fighting, or see not good view, or when you hear not good sound, your smell not good, and your taste not good, and your body have pain, that's all is resultant of the akusala, 12 akusala dhamma. That's why you cannot change. That is the resultant of the unwholesome. All these 12 unwholesome minds have the vipaka. We say of Pali, the vipaka is the 7 vipaka, with not good seeing, not good hearing, or not good smell, or not good taste, or your mind's not pleasant, your body not pleasant. That has cause and reason. And I want to share the 8 Kosala Dhamma, the wholesome Dhamma, the 8 wholesome Dhamma. The first one with wisdom. When you go to the monastery and you serve, you give the Dhamma to someone or to the monastery. And this moment, because you know that have maybe good merit for you, now or in future. That is with wisdom. That is the Kosala Dhamma. That is the wholesome Dhamma. And the second one, the same, but a little bit lazy. You don't want to go to make good thing and help people, or help friend, something. But someone have asked you, and then you go and to do good thing. That is the second wholesome Dhamma, the Kosala Chitta, Maha Kosala Chitta, we can call it in Pali, with joy, with happy, to give, to serve the Sangha, or to give someone just only a little bit. If you give, or you help your mother or your friend, with happy mind, very pleasant. This one is the wholesome Dhamma. And the third one, you make good thing too, but you don't know it. Maybe you stay here in the West country, don't have the as child, don't know about the Buddhist don't know what is wholesome or don't know what is unwholesome. And then, but you just like to do it, much metta to help the people, because you see the people is very poor and want to help, or the Sangha or something. You just do it without panya, without knowledge. Maybe you have good merit or not, but you just do it. Or when you teach, or when the chairs, just do it to give the Dhamma, the dana to the Sangha, like the mother, because they come with the parent, and then you just give the dana to the Sangha, because they see the parent have to do like this, they just do. That is without panya. But with joy too. They like to do this. And the four is the same, but the parent or friend must help that she have make like this. But she do without wisdom. And the five wholesome Dhamma is with wisdom too. The five. But it's not with joy. Just sometimes the first time come to practicing in the monastery, very much with joy, and after that, not much. It's normal with, yes, we can say not happy, just in the middle, not with joy. But with wisdom that know that has much merit for me in now and in future. Yes. But not people's, no people say just make safe. No people help. Yes. And for sex, wholesome must need people to ask, to help, and then have this one help, one give the dana to anyone, or one help people or something. But with no joy too. A little bit lazy. And the 7 and the 8 is without wisdom. Just the same with the kid or the children do something, but without choice and without wisdom. And the 8 is must behave because it's lazy. Must speak a little bit and push a little bit, and then will be make. This 8 wholesome Dhamma will behave 16 resultant. Yes. When you live every day, when your eyes see the night view, your ear hear the good sound, your nose smell good, and your taste good, and your body feel pleasant, the mind pleasant feeling. That's all the result of the wholesome Dhamma. That is the nature, that is the cause and the reason of this every day. You have feel it. No people make for you. That is the Dhamma have cause and reason. And we have 8 more resultant for the Kusala Dhamma, for the wholesome Dhamma. When we birth as people or as in the, how we say, the Devata, in the, yes, high rim, yes, in the high rims.
They understand Devata.
Yes, Devata of Pali. That is come from the Kosala Dhamma. Then we must think that we have birth as people in this life is where we have do something good in the past life that have the root, 3 roots with alopa, atosa, moha, greed, and hatred, and no delusion. That's why all these 8 wholesome Dhamma very, very important, and all the 12 unwholesome Dhamma, that's very important to practicing to see, because all of us have the same. 84,000 Dhamma is in our body. The Buddha said all this Dhamma in our body. Nibbana have all inside our mind. Just look to this, just practicing to see the real Dhamma, the Satya Dhamma, because that is the root of the birth. If we don't have these all 6 roots with greed, hatred, and delusion, ungreed, and unhatred, and no delusion, we are all arise in Nibbana, in suffering. That is the benefit of the practicing the Dhamma. The Abhidhamma is very, I think we say that is in Tripitaka, we have 3. One with Sila is in Vinaya. If you practicing 5 precepts, and then you train in this Sila yourself, or you practicing Satipatthana that needs the Sila, that we can say the Vinaya for practicing to have the discipline for us. And in the Sutta, that is Samadhi. In Abhidhamma, have word we say that is very Paramattama, because it's only very, very poor or high Dhamma. But the Buddha has, in Sutta, have Abhidhamma too. He explained very clearly. But with pariyats, because if he not, then we don't understand. If we speak like the Dhamma, yes, greeting or hatred is no self, no minds, and then we don't understand it. But he speak in Sutta that to explain clearly, because we must understand which one we speak, what the place, what the name. But this part, this is samadhi. And in the Abhidhamma is in the panya. This poor panya. That practicing no self, only Paramatama. But to be free from suffering, to be in strong enter, that must be go to Paramatama. You must have, that is the four grit. The four grit of the lopa, if the people become a noble, or we say Ariya Pokala, the first one must be have, the first one must be cut, the first one of greed, and the second one of the greed, chitta, and the five, and the six, with wrong view, with I am. The third is, it means when we sing, we have, that is mine. That's why this Paramatta Dhamma is very, very important, but not all people like this because it's difficult to understand. Or we can say it's very dry, that this Dhamma is very dry, but it's very helpful for practicing. Yes, and to see the real Dhamma. Like in the fourth Satya Dhamma, the Tukka Araya Satya, we see the suffering. If we understand the Dhamma, that is all this, the first one is all the Lokaya minds. All we know, the 12 akusala, or the 8 wholesome, the 8 kosala, that all in Tukka. And the Samudaya Araya Satya, we call Tanaha, the cause of suffering. The root is Lopa, is greed. If we understand the Abhidhamma, it's the greed. It's the 8 Lopa. It's the 8 greed minds. That is the cause of this, because of craving to all feeling. And the third one is Nirodha Satya. That is Nibbana. That also Paramatta Dhamma. Nibbana. And the fourth Satya Dhamma, Nirodha Ariya Kamini Padepada, the middle way to practicing is with the Eight Noble Paths. If we practicing with the four Satipatthana, one of that, with right view, with not is mine, this is I am not, this is not myself, that is the right view for the Eight Noble Paths. But if we practicing with wrong view, maybe we practicing with for me. I want to be free from suffering. But if we think that I want to be free from suffering, as have wrong view inside, is eyes, because eyes inside is dirty. Dhamma in Abhidhamma is no eyes. It's we think that is for myself, and then we will be engraving in very bigger and bigger and bigger in the wrong way, with wrong view at the beginning, and then don't have the eight for part. This is very important. Now I think maybe someone when has some question, I will be try to answer. I think it is a little bit too much for because maybe I don't know. You have learned, all of you learned before the Abhidhamma or yet. I have the Pico body. He's explained very good Abhidhamma. He have write the book, and I have some slides. But today is impermanent that I accept that is, and then I just share it what I can share, and yes, that is Dhamma. Or I cannot have what I want. Yes. Now I open the time for all of you. When have some question, and then I will try to answer if I can. If not, I can say I cannot. Yes. But we have in Sutta, in Salayatana Sutta, Anathapindako Ovado Sutta, that is in Majjhima Nikaya 143. That is very good. That is it Abhidhamma inside. He explained very good. And one more sutta is Channo Ovado Sutta. This is also very good. Yes, because the Abhidhamma in the Anaptako Ovado Sutta, the Anathapindaka, before he died, the Sariputta has talked, the Dhamma talk to him, and he said he never know this Dhamma before. Why he don't know? And the Sariputta said to him, because this Dhamma not share to the white people or lay people, just only monastery. And the Anathapindaka has asked, because he very surprised of this Dhamma and likes, and then he asked that in future please share this Dhamma too, to lay people too. That is inside very very important sutta, and yes, it's Abhidhamma. Then if we look, then we understand more and clearly, because the Buddha or in the sutta is explained very good. If I read the sutta or learn the sutta, I feel I was in the time of the Buddha and never have enough, because it's very deep meaning. If you read this sutta one time, And then next time, and when you understand, that's very, very deep meaning and very peaceful Dhamma, and very support for practicing. Have some question? I think that is difficult because normally I have the slides and draw a little bit or something and then show and then it's understand better. But it's just only speak like this, maybe understand a little bit, but it's never, it's never mind. I think.
Excuse me.
Yes, Richard.
Yes. Yeah, I raised my hand. I don't know if you noticed it.
You want to ask something?
Yeah, I had my hand raised, but I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what you're.
I can see you yet. Now.
Oh, okay. So that's Sutta number 143.
Yes.
Anantapandita is on his deathbed, and he hears this talk, and he passes away shortly after that.
Yes.
And Sariputta, he asked him why he hadn't heard the sutta even from the Buddha like this before. But if we go through the suttas, there are many times when Buddha does give talks, on very in-depth things about the Dharma to householders. So I'm not sure about the the structure of this sutta, right? Because Anantapandika was a Sotapan from early on, and he should have been able to easily understand this type of Dharma teaching, being a Sotapan. You understand my question?
Yes. That's all.
Yeah. So how do you think that would be reconciled?
The Anathapindaka's have that he is a Sautapana. That is the Dhamma eyes is open. But for the lay people or the noble or we say Arya Bhakula, if they not learn the Dhamma or the Abhidhamma, they don't know too.
Right. But there are many suttas where Buddha does talk to lay people,
yes.
and he teaches things like this to them. So why would Ananda Pandita, who'd been a Sotapan for a long time, I would assume at this point, because he was a big supporter of the Dharma, right, over a period of time, why would he not have been exposed to any kind of teaching like this? In other words, there seems to be what you read in the suttas doesn't seem to match what's being said in this particular sutta, because there are lay people that the Buddha teaches these type of things to. There are many suttas like that. I know I've read through the suttas.
Yes, because today I think we have not much time to, if we have time to speak or to this sutta, I will be explain because that is sutta is connect with Abhidhamma. It's very deep meaning. And Anathapindaka have very, how we say, very choice of this Dhamma. He never heard before. That's why he want that in the future that the Sangha or to share this to the lay people too, because the lay people want to learn this Dhamma too.
Okay, so in this sutta, does the word Abhidhamma appear?
Yes, it's Abhidhamma.
No, but does the word in the Pali, does Abhidhamma appear in this sutta?
That is not say that is Abhidhamma inside, but it's the meaning of the Abhidhamma inside to explain this one.
Yeah. But the Abhidhamma was written few hundred years after the Buddha passed away. Now, I know some people attribute it to Sariputta,
Yes.
but because Sariputta was of the Buddha's disciples, kind of like the most philosophical, like the Buddha himself. So some people attribute it and think that it came from Sariputta, but we know historically it wasn't like that, and all the different branches of that original Buddhism had their own Abhidhammas. Okay, and they differed. The reason they were different branches is because they differed on a couple of philosophical points, usually.
Yes.
That interpretation and things like that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so how do you reconcile that in your mind?
I have read it. The Buddha has talked to Abhidhamma to his mother at the Tower.
Oh, I know there's a story like that,
Yes.
but that's just mythology.
Okay.
Okay, there's no real story like that anywhere in the suttas or anything. That's just
Yes.
commentarial and things like that.
Yes.
So, and since there's several different Abhidhammas, so which one if you say that story is correct, right? So, okay, so which one did he speak to his mother? Did he speak
Yes.
this sex Abhidhamma, or did he speak? That's, what I mean. So,
But if you
there's a lot of points of difference in the Abhidhamma from the suttas. It's not, the Abhidhamma kind of has its own point of view on a number of things that you cannot find that in reference in the suttas, and it contradicts some of the teaching in the sutta of the Buddha. So
yes.
I'm just wondering. I know your background is to be a student of Abhidhamma, and that's all well and good.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, how do you study these things from a historical perspective, or do you just, because a teacher said this to you and his teacher said it to him or her teacher said it to her, whatever, you're just accepting it, or do you look in closely in your own mind and try to understand,
Yeah.
what is the real Buddha's teaching?
Yes. I will tell you. I am practicing. I learned this Abhidhamma and I practicing too to see what the Buddha said, like the akusala, the 12 akusala minds, and I practicing every day and see that minds. And if you see this Dhamma in your mind, and then you will be trust the Dhamma because you see all here inside the mind of our minds. And that's why I trust very clearly the Abhidhamma because it's all in this bodies, all in this mind. That is Chitta Nupassana. You see the Satapatthana that have Kaya Nupassana, Vedana Nupassana, Chitta Nupassana, and Dhamma Nupassana. And when I learn Abhidhamma, it have all these Satapatthana. I can practicing Chittanupassana, Vedananupassana, or Kayanupassana, or Dhammanupassana because have all insights, the Abhidhamma. And that's why it's very clearly Abhidhamma is the Buddha teaching. Because I do my experience, I have experience to see this Dhamma. That's why I trust this Dhamma, this Abhidhamma. And if I understand the Abhidhamma and then into Sutta, that's not difficult. And it's easier. But if sometimes you don't know the Abhidhamma, you just read Sutta, but maybe not understand clearly or a little bit deeply.
Okay, so the Buddha says in the suttas that he explained everything very clearly.
Yes.
He says, I have an open hand. I don't hide anything back. Here it is. It's all here. But then people say, well, without Abhidhamma, you can't understand the sutta. Well, was the Buddha correct when he said he explained everything clearly in the sutta, or was he, or was he just kind of fibbing a little bit and holding something back? Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying everything in the Abhidhamma cannot be traced in the suttas, but
Yeah.
there are some things in Abhidhamma which contradict what's in the sutta. So, and this can be confusing because either it is the Buddha's teaching or it isn't. And I'm talking about some particular point, some philosophical point. Like that's a good example, right? The Buddha said, I explained everything very clearly. I didn't hold anything back. What more do you want from me? He even said things like that, you know, I gave it all, okay? So, but then later on, people are saying, oh no, without this special teaching that was put together several hundred years after the Buddha passed away, you can't understand that teaching. Well, that, to me, that doesn't make sense. Either the Buddha's right in what he's saying and truthful and honest, right?
Yes.
Or else somebody has not been able to understand the Buddha's teaching, so they made up something else, okay? Thinking that maybe that's the correct way to interpret things.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not
Yes, you can speak.
I'm not trying to get you to doubt the Buddha's teaching. I'm totally convinced of the Buddha's teaching. I don't doubt it at all.
Yes.
But there are things that are said to be the Buddha's teaching which really aren't the Buddha's teaching. Like many Mahayana teachings aren't the Buddha's teaching. Many Vajrayana teachings aren't the Buddha's teaching, right? So I think we have to be a little careful, you know, and it would be good in the modern world because we have all these tools that could help us and analyze these things, you know, like other historical religions and things are doing. They're looking at their ancient texts using modern, you know, tools and things like that that are at their disposal, and they're able to trace things about like language and how language evolved and how things changed and everything, and it's giving them tremendous insight. Most of the insight they're getting is that you know, their religion may not be true. Now, Buddha did not teach a religion. He taught us how to free ourselves from suffering. It's completely different. Even though the world might think of it as a religion, it's not. You know, because you're not worshiping any gods or anything like that. But so it's a different thing. But it doesn't mean that that now that these things are available, the tools are available, that one couldn't take the time to analyze these things from that perspective. An educated person, you know, study the Pali and things like that.
Yes.
So
If you understand only one sutta of the Buddha teaching well, and then you can enlightenment too, because you not must to know all the Abhidhamma, because it's very much. That is a one book. But
yeah,
some people want to know this. If you wish
right.
and have enough, and then you just, like the Buddha says, just only a few words of the Buddha, and then you get the enlightenment. That's why some
Yes,
people, it's different. That's why the Buddha have many, many sutta. And if your wisdom understand clearly, and then you will be in strum in the. That's never mind. You just not learn all from the Buddha teaching, but just only one if you understand clearly. And very important if when you good practicing. The Buddha said only the four satipatthana. That is the one way to be purify your mind, to be free from suffering, to the nibbana. That is all. Dhamma is all inside. Yes,
right.
yes.
Okay.
I,
I'm just wondering how you reconcile these things in your own mind. Maybe you're not exposed to these things. Maybe you're not aware the Abhidhamma was written several hundred years after the Buddha. Maybe you're not aware that there are contradictions between the suttas and the Abhidhamma. You know, maybe you just never studied it from that perspective. So that's all I was wondering, because you seem to be explaining things like a scholar of Abhidhamma or something. So I'm just wondering, you know, exactly what kind of scholarship, you know, because there's different kinds of scholarship when you study something,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And sometimes it's not sometimes, it's our wrong idea that keeps us from attaining enlightenment.
Yes.
So if we're holding on to wrong ideas that are just blocking us, if we're putting up barriers and walls in front of ourselves, and attaching ourselves to things that are just holding us back, you may have tremendous potential, but you're not realizing that potential.
Yes.
Or something like that. So anyway, that's the only reason I bring these kind of things up, because I think people have to go into Buddhism with like their eyes wide open. It's not every single word is perfect or something like that, because you got 2,500 years, people change things. Suttas have had things taken away and added to, and things like that. That's well known historically by scholars that study that. And I'm talking about Theravadan Buddhist monks who are studying it, at a very high level, university, PhD level, and they're seeing these, things, these incongruities. I'm not just, making this up out of thin air or anything. So my feeling is that those kind of things can be holding people back, so that they're attaching their mind to the wrong thing. You know what I mean? And not freeing their mind to make the proper progress. Anyways, just a thought, just something to think about. Anyways, thank you very much for your talk. I'm sorry I probably spoke much too much tonight.
Thank you so much, Richard. I think it is time now. And thank you for all of you to join this program. And thank you for all your attention. And please forgive me if something not clear or not good. Yes, I just try my best and want to share my experience. And yes, thank you so much for your time. May you all be on the way in the Noble Eightfold Path to be free from suffering, to arrive in Nibbana. May you all be peaceful in heart and happy on this path. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Nó là đúng, vô biên, nó là vô biên.